Welcome to Anything Trend, your home for powerful stories, moving tributes, and untold truths about the lives that shaped our world. Today, we honor and remember the unforgettable Jill Sobule, an artist who was not only a trailblazing singer-songwriter, but also a fearless voice for the unheard, the unrepresented, and the brave. With a career that spanned decades and a legacy that touched the hearts of many, her sudden passing on May 1st, 2025, left the music world in shock and mourning. From chart-topping hits to bold activism, Jill was a force of nature. So now let's dive deep into the remarkable life, art, impact, and the mysterious final days of Jill Sobule. Jill Sobule was born on January 16, 1959, in Denver, Colorado. Her upbringing was marked by love, laughter, and layers of personal struggle. She was the daughter of Herman Sobule, a World War II veteran with a sharp wit and entrepreneurial mind, and Elaine, a devoted mother and housewife who instilled in Jill a sense of focus and order. Growing up in a Jewish family, Jill's cultural heritage would later become a quiet but important thread in her storytelling. Music was always in the background of her life, but it wasn't until she received a guitar as a teenager that she discovered her true voice. As a high school student, Jill often felt like an outsider. She struggled with anorexia, self-doubt, and the societal pressures placed on young girls, but music gave her an outlet, an escape, and a means of expressing what words alone couldn't. Her earliest musical influences ranged from the Beatles to Bob Dylan. She began by playing in local coffee houses and busking across Europe. In Madrid, Spain, an impromptu street performance led to her first paid gig at a nightclub. That moment planted a seed that would grow into a lifelong career in music. After returning from Europe, Jill began to pursue music professionally. In 1990, she released her debut album, Things Here Are Different, produced by Todd Rundgren. The album didn't achieve major commercial success, but it showcased her clever lyricism and folk pop style. Jill wasn't just singing songs, she was telling stories. Her big breakthrough came in 1995 with the release of her self-titled album. On it was a track that would not only define her career, but also spark cultural conversation, I Kissed a Girl. Unlike the more commercially exploitative version that would come years later by Katy Perry, Jill's version was raw, honest, and vulnerable. It was the first Billboard charting song to openly talk about same-sex attraction from a woman's point of view. The song reached number 20 on the Billboard Hot 100 and was hailed as a bold anthem of self-discovery and acceptance. That same album also featured Supermodel, a song that gained cult status after being featured in the 1995 teen film Clueless. The song, which poked fun at beauty standards, solidified Jill's reputation as a smart, satirical, and fearless artist. Jill Sobule never fit neatly into the mainstream pop box. Her music explored everything from politics and gender identity to depression, eating disorders, and war. She didn't shy away from controversial topics. Instead, she embraced them with humor and empathy. Over the years, she released a total of 12 albums. Notable works include Happy Town, 1997, Pink Pearl, 2000, Underdog Victorious, 2004, and California Years, 2009, which she funded through one of the first known examples of music crowdfunding, raising $89,000 directly from her fans. Jill was also one of the few artists to transition her music into other forms of storytelling. Her semi-autobiographical musical FTK 7th Grade premiered in New York in 2023 to critical acclaim and was even nominated for a Drama Desk Award. The show combined humor, pain, and empowerment in recounting her experiences growing up queer and Jewish in a conservative environment. Jill was openly bisexual and never afraid to speak her truth. She remained single throughout her life, focusing instead on meaningful relationships with friends, family, and her community. Despite her fame, she kept a low profile when it came to her personal affairs. Her family remained an important pillar. She was particularly close with her brother James, his wife Mary Ellen, and their 3 sons, Matthew, Ian, and Robert. Those who knew her say she was as kind and generous in private as she was sharp and outspoken on stage. Jill also spent much of her time teaching songwriting to incarcerated youth, believing in the power of words and music to heal trauma and give voice to the voiceless. This part of her life often went unnoticed, but was perhaps one of the most impactful aspects of her legacy. On the night of May 1st, 2025, tragedy struck. Jill was staying at the home of friends in Woodbury, Minnesota. A fire broke out just before midnight. Her friends believed she had escaped, only for firefighters to later find her body inside. Jill Sobule was dead at the age of 66. The house was severely damaged. Images from the scene show shattered windows, blackened interiors, and debris scattered around what was once a peaceful suburban home. Authorities have ruled out foul play, but investigations are still ongoing. Toxicology reports are pending, and it may take weeks before a full explanation is known. Some have speculated that carbon monoxide poisoning or smoke inhalation may have caused her death before she had the chance to escape. Her manager, friends, and fans have all expressed their heartbreak and disbelief. Social media has been flooded with tributes, and the music industry is mourning a true original. At the time of her death, Jill's net worth was estimated at around $2 to $4 million. Modest by celebrity standards, but reflective of her status as an independent artist who remained true to her vision. She made her money through record sales, touring, licensing, and her innovative approach to fan-driven production. What Jill leaves behind is far more valuable than money. She leaves behind a library of bold, honest music. She leaves behind fans who finally felt seen because of her lyrics. And she leaves behind a blueprint for how to make art without compromise. A memorial is being planned for later this summer, where fans and fellow artists will gather to celebrate her life and music. Among them will be many who were touched by her words and empowered by her bravery. She was, as her manager John Porter said, a voice for the misfit, the rebel, the quiet genius hiding in plain sight. Jill Sobule wasn't just a musician, she was a movement. She showed us that you could be witty, weird, wise, and wild all at once. She made us laugh, cry, think, and, most importantly, feel. And for that, the world is better. Thank you for watching this tribute on Anything Trend. If Jill's story moved you, if her music ever made you feel seen or understood, do us a favor. Like this video, drop your favorite Jill Sobule lyric in the comments, and subscribe to Anything Trend for more stories that matter. Rest in peace, Jill. You kissed the world with your voice, and the world kissed you back.